In the UK, there are over 1 million commercial vehicles on the road every day. Britain has over 250,000 farms. That means at least 250,000 tractors on a public road every day of the year. Throughout the country, there are over 75,000 buses on the road each day. By Act of Parliament in Britain, throughout the EEC and in many other countries, it is illegal for any of these vehicles to be driven on the road without a working rear-view wing mirror. Bowen & Son, jobbing freight contractors. They depend on giving their customers a fast, efficient and reliable service. They own 6 trucks like this 20-tonner and a fleet of smaller vehicles. This is George, long-distance driver for the company. He's on his way to pick up an important load of machinery. There is a deadline to meet, but George is about to have a seemingly trivial mishap. Because of the law, a broken mirror means a vehicle out of action, and that means time wasting and costly delay. This major user of trucks and lorries has found the answer, the Spafax answer. By fitting the Spafax shatterproof mirror to their entire fleet, they have eliminated the problem of mirror breakages at a stroke. The Spafax shatterproof mirrors make all-round sense for fleet users. They are tough, safe, adaptable and durable. Fitting Spafax shatterproof mirrors means no breakages, no delays and no lost revenues. More and more vehicle users are discovering that Spafax shatterproof mirrors will keep their fleet on the road and on the move. Like the Alder Valley Bus Company, we asked John Bryant why Alder Valley had decided to fix Spafax mirrors to their fleet.
We have been evaluating the mirror for 6 months. During this time, we've been asking the opinions of drivers as to whether they feel that the mirror is suitable. Their reaction has been very favourable, hence the decision to fit them to our fleet completely.
But what tangible cost savings could he expect?
After initial fitment of Spafax mirrors, I would be anticipating saving around £10,000 a year.
But Alder Valley are not the only transport authority to benefit from the Spafax shatterproof mirror, as BBC viewers found out.
Good evening and welcome to Tomorrow's World. You know, some people can do that to mirrors just by looking at them. But even with incredible good looks, it's still easy to smash a mirror accidentally. This bus, for instance, is incredibly good looking, but it doesn't stop it getting broken wing mirrors. You see, it's terribly easy for a bus to crack a mirror as it either goes round a corner or just past another bus. And it's not something that happens now and then. This pile represents just 1 week's breakages for London Transport, about 700 years bad luck. Which explains quite a lot, really. But this mirror is, come back, almost unbreakable. And the reason for that is that its reflective surface isn't made of glass, but a thin coating of metal electroplated onto the moulded plastic housing. That makes it shatterproof and, so the manufacturers, scratchproof as well. Now, the problem they had to overcome in making the mirror was rather tricky, because the trouble with coating metal onto plastic has always been that the metal and plastic have different rates of expansion in heat. So the metal, in this case nickel, tries to expand more than the plastic, and it buckles, rather ruining the image. But there is one rather special metal, copper, which can easily absorb local differences in expansion without passing on any distortion. So they put in a thin layer of copper between the plastic backing and the reflective nickel, and it acts rather like an elastic sandwich filling to keep them together. So, in the manufacturing process, the plastic shell of the mirror is coated first with a layer of copper, then with nickel for reflectivity, and finally chrome for the hard surface. Satisfied customers, apart from London Transport and other road users, range from helicopter pilots to the gorillas at a zoo in Kent.
The Spafax range of shatterproof mirrors are mirrors of the future, meeting every conceivable commercial need. The TM1, a big, tough, shatterproof mirror for vehicles over 3.5 metric tons gross plated weight. The TM1H with a built-in 24-volt heating element for crystal clear vision in bad conditions. The TM2 and TM2H, designed for light vehicles under 3.5 metric tons, every bit as shatterproof, ideal for transits, commas, Bedfords, Sherpas or any box van. For public service vehicles, the TM3 and TM3H, extra wide vision from a 600mm radius shatterproof lens. So whatever the application, there's a Spafax shatterproof mirror made for the job. Let's see how George is getting on. The law says that a vehicle cannot be driven on the road without a working wing mirror. So because the truck had conventional mirrors, that trivial accident means that George's truck is out of action. He must phone his boss, Bill Owen, and then wait for a replacement mirror to be sent out to him. Now, Bill really has got a problem. He's got to find a replacement mirror, send out a fitter, and he's missed his deadline on the delivery, all because he didn't fit Spafax. How many vehicle users really count the cost of mirror breakages? The cost of new mirror heads and replacement lenses? The cost of a fitter and his vehicle to go out and fit a replacement mirror? Cost in revenue as the vehicle waits by the roadside or in the depot, as it must by law until a new mirror is fitted. And the cost of buying and holding an adequate stock of replacement heads for conventional mirrors. But there is an alternative. For a fraction of the cost, that whole fleet can be fitted once and for all with a new Spafax mirror. That means big savings in year 1 and even bigger savings to follow in year 2 and year 3. At last, Bill Owen has found the answer to delays through mirror breakages, the Spafax shatterproof mirror. George's mishap taught him a lesson. From now on, each Spafax replacement means a permanent answer to an expensive problem. With the Spafax shatterproof mirror, he can fit it and forget it. In the roughest, toughest conditions, that's where you'll find the Spafax shatterproof mirror, taking the punishment and keeping on going. The mirrors are designed for safety, durability and cost-effectiveness under all conditions. Safety means a hard metallic surface giving sharp, bright vision. Durability means a shatterproof ultra-tough ABS lens and a flexible polypropylene back to absorb sudden impact. Cost-effectiveness means a long life unit with an adaptable yet theft-resistant fitting. More and more companies are turning to Spafax mirrors. Whatever the application, the Spafax mirror is there, giving safe, reliable vision, and keeping those vehicles moving makes hard financial sense. What for any normal mirror would be an impossible task is just like any other day for the Spafax mirror. Fit the TM1H, and when conditions deteriorate, that vehicle will be able to keep on going. Not just ice and snow, but any time when normal mirrors become affected by the weather. The built-in heating element means bright, clear vision at the times when it's most important. The heated TM1H for safety and reliability all the year round. To find out why fleet owners worldwide are turning to Spafax, we spoke to Monsieur Cadillo, technical manager for Samitra, responsible for maintaining the fleet of buses in Tours and many other French cities. The first thing I like about this product is that it is unbreakable. This is important because in 1979, for example, rear-view mirror breakages cost us a total of 26,000 francs for our 170 vehicles. With this new product, we have found something less inconvenient and more economical. So a mirror that can reduce this continuing cost is of great interest to us. We started with buses in service. However, in the years that followed, we were fortunately able to order new buses with the Spafax mirrors already fitted as original equipment. A feature of the design is its adaptability. One model will fit all the big buses in our fleet. For our minibuses, we use the compact unit, which is designed for the job. The initial investment definitely pays off in the long term. I believe I can say that in terms of finance, it is definitely a great advantage. In the most appalling conditions and the most unusual situations, it's the Spafax mirror that solves the problem. Whether it's a 20-ton truck or an offshore helicopter, the same adaptable unit provides safe, clear vision where it's needed, when it's needed. This helicopter pilot puts his trust in the Spafax shatterproof mirror for safe maneuvering and spot-on accuracy. There may be times when lives will depend on it. Whatever the application, however hostile the environment, the Spafax shatterproof mirror is clearly the answer. The Amsterdam Riot Squad, tough, highly trained and equipped for sudden violent attack. When people's lives may depend on it, only the best equipment will do. We asked Superintendent Schulten of the 54th Group what new equipment they were using in their riot control vehicles.
One of the newest things is the armored windows, which can prevent stones from going in. And of course the Spafax mirrors, which are stone-proof, if I may call it that way. So we have them for about 6 months now, 7 months, and there have been some riots, there have been some stones against it, and we haven't had any damage yet on this.
So, however tough the application, however bad the conditions, the Spafax range of shatterproof mirrors can be relied upon to provide the answer.